Hello. I guess you can hear me now and see me on YouTube as well. Oh, that does work then. Now that we are ready to go, I am going to begin this new major project. And it shall be, as the title explains, inspired by Weathering Waves combat system. I have been gone for a while because of assessments and other work and all that stuff, but I have returned and I am continuing the grind, but this time for myself. I have realized a lot of extra things to increase productivity, such as the fact that when it comes to my decisions of what to do, I'm not only meant to focus on something that's for a specific field, but also for a specific approach to the field, so a specialization. I should be specializing. I want to be a narrative designer, of course, and my goal is to work in gacha games. So why not get acquainted with that type of gameplay of creating? I want to get better at the general skills required to use Unreal Engine, as well as other potential engines I could use in the industry. And I've got a list of things that I have to get comfortable with, which I find to just naturally pick up over time as I do more game projects. I won't be doing any more game jams anymore. It's kind of pointless now in terms of, well, I'm too busy for it. So instead, I'm just going to focus on this one project for the next 3 months, as alongside my other responsibilities. And hopefully, I will be able to make enough free time to be able to do other things that I want that is not just for work, right? I would love to be able to focus on anything that tickles my fancy. But yeah, right now I just want to focus on just making sure I get my work out of the way. Kind of just over explaining now. I think that, yeah, I would really like to, like, of course, I said this is what I wanted to say. I said that I wanted to work on the Genshin minigame inspired Moonlit Adeptus' trial thing from the Lantern Rite this year. But it's too different of a genre, and Unreal just isn't best for 2D games. That, like, I have Unity and I set all that up, but yeah, I can only focus on maybe up to 3 projects at a time. So I'm going to keep it on the backlog for now, just so I can build my portfolio by working on this as something to showcase instead. This starting project is with the template of third-person combat, which I haven't used before, but let's see what happens. Is there an attack button? I don't know, it just seems like third person to me. Maybe it's a different map that exists. Yeah, combat map. I made that filter, by the way. So, in case if you're new, you might just see it automatically. Oh, it's laggy. Okay. Why is it so laggy? Okay, wait. We can go and see over here. No, it's somewhere. Maybe. How do I see the... Well, I mean, we can affect this and that would... Yeah, it's... we only need high, I guess. That should probably affect the... Oh, wait, it's frames per second on the top already. Anyways. Oh, it's perfect. I can't seem to run. Beat some people up. Just walking aggressively. Here is a boss fight zone. I like it. It's a pretty good template. Unreal Engine 8.1, 5.8.1. Another one. Damn. So they actually respond to the location they're hit for the animation. Because it's not... It's like IK, I think, the type. Oh, and they die if out of bounds. I like it. We can figure out how this works. I have a list of things I've been recommended to learn to get the hang of Unreal Engine for all sorts of different systems. Now these blocks can die, but what happens if I fall in? I die, and then after I die, oh, the blocks actually respawn if they fall in there. And I respawn too. This opens again. So we got a door, we got blocks that disappear. I wonder if they respawn after just landing anywhere apart from their regular zone. We shall see. Well, I don't have to see it. Let's just wait here. This doesn't show up. It might just be that area that does respawning. Yeah, it's just here because that's way faster. Oh, it's not even respawning. It just disappears it. Well, let's go into the blueprints now, and let's see what actors there are, so we know how it is. This is the level geometry. This is the lighting. I have learnt that you can actually make build window levels, lighting levels. It's disabled when world partition is enabled. Okay, well, we could copy over. What's that loads? I haven't seen that before though. Like, I don't know what to use world partition for. I just assume it's like terrain generation, right? But that's not the case here. It's just geometry. There's different player starts. So could it be multiplayer? We go in the back again, back. So it's not random. Maybe it is multiplayer. That one. We keep spawning and maybe something. Yeah, we keep spawning in player one. First player start. Okay, we got enemy blueprints. We can check out the blueprints by clicking here. I'm wondering if I should do like a tutorial series of like everything I learn in order, and then just edit the series whenever I'm like, oh, this isn't a universal concept for game development. For the engine, at least. I know that the engine's going to change probably a lot once it becomes Unreal Engine 6. But coding logic doesn't change, right? This class allows you to spawn and respawn enemies at specific locations. You can adjust the type of enemy spawned, the respawn counts, and the spawn delay for each individual instance. Spawner initialization. Event begin play. Should we spawn the first enemy immediately? Branch. This is a bool. This is an int. I assume variable. Components. Enemy spawner. It's a float. Yeah. And then spawn enemy. spawn enemies its own events, and that calls a spawn actor. And this is enemy class is a, what's the purple mean? Class reference. Enemy class. So if we go here, details, enemy spawner category, its class is blueprint combat enemy. Okay, I get it. I have been doing so much in college that I feel comfortable with this finally. But give me a sec, I'm being called for. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. My dad is getting into a phase of console repairing, so he bought a bundle of like uh consoles from a person with games, and now we have all sorts of games I don't have. Well, now we have, which is cool because they came free with the consoles. Total of $800 for like 12 of them, 12 whole consoles. Lots of PS4s, Wii U's. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. A PS1 as well, which I haven't played before, and an N64, which we already got recently. So this is another one. We got many copies of GTA 5 now and GTA 4. So we shall see how that turns out. Anyways, enemy death and respawn. On enemy died, we're going to do a counter of, is this the health? Wait, spawn counts. Slider, integer, 0 to 100. Spawn count 2. Yeah, I did do that when we played. Once it's 0, if it's true, that means if there's none in the game, then activate the delay of its respawn, and then actors to activate when depleted. Activate. I'm not good with arrays or these loops. We've got one for our game jam recently. I can't show it because it's schools for copyright, but whatever. Wait for a bit of respawn. Wait for a bit and respawn the enemy. That spawn enemy, and it does the thing again. But then once it, if it's run out of the 2 enemy respawns, then do a delay and then activate all referenced actors on a loop. What does that mean? Because it didn't keep respawning after the 2. It's just the last bit I don't understand, you know. Let me see if there's anyone on here. I don't even think this is hooked up, right? This doesn't even work, whatever. Okay, let's go back to YouTube. There's no one chatting, and Twitch, there's no one chatting. I think so. Yeah, there's no one here. Anyways, going back to, we should make a Git repository real quick. Oh wait, actually, too late. New repository. I've rarely gone to use this keyboard, but we got a desk from the garage somewhere, and now I can actually like have good posture when I work. So it also has like this place where I can place down the keyboard, which is perfect size because it's compact. So I'm working on it finally. I still need to get the muscle memory of the compact keyboard though. Let's go. I think that should be fine. We're making it open source, everyone, so you can see what I tinker around with and figure out. This isn't intended to be something I would publish to Steam or anything. This is just to learn Unreal Engine even faster. You can actually go into, yeah, again, I don't want to mess up with confidential information, so okay, that should be it. Now, look at this. There are so many things I don't even know about. We don't know anything about multiplayer. I didn't know there's two different types of UI. What even does that mean? Materials I've played with, of course. Niagara I haven't played with. I know what it is. It's just particle effects. Chaos, I don't know what that is. Sequencer, it's animation sequences, I assume, being referred to in here. Control rig, I don't know of a system for control rigs. Maybe it's just, maybe I've played around with it. Thread safe animation blueprint, I think that's what it means. ABP, I don't know it. AGS, state trees, behavior trees, I don't know them. Motion matching, don't know. And motion warping, don't know. So these are important things that I have to learn personally. So I have been told. So I think a Weathering Waves combat system project could potentially have me stumble upon them just by matter of exposure thrown in the deep end. Let's make a new world, open world. What? It's already here. Engine. I don't know any of this. I sort of have to keep it open for my college, but we don't even have a programmer on our team, which is unfortunate. We're the only ones without, but I think we can pull it off. Animation. See, there's just so much. There's contents, animation. Okay, art tools. Why is there this much stuff? What? Oh, that was an engine as well. Okay. Characters, mannequins, mannequin animations, death animation. Ah, it literally has different amounts of animations. Maybe it isn't IK. Rifle animations. That's for the mannequins. Wait, which one's the player one? PA. Mannequin CR. Control. Maybe CR. Control rig. Physics asset. Okay. Foot IK. Skeleton. Yeah, we're playing as the female. Won't you spin my hair? That's a weird camera. Okay. What other blueprints are there? Lava. Oh, that's what the death thing is. This is where damage actor on component hit mesh. On this mesh. What does hits mean? Like, is that on component hit mesh event graph? Is it a custom event? How do you know if something's a custom event or not? Well, anyways, it applies damage to a target, and self is the damage causer, and applied damage is its own blueprint. Interface, is it that BPI blueprint interface? I need to learn that. Apply damage. What is this? Class settings. Blueprint description. Simple blueprint interface to represent damage, healing, and death interactions without requiring specialized knowledge between actors. Interesting. That makes sense why I need to learn that then. Pitch and yaw, I don't know what that means, I forgot. A thumbnail. Can we set up revision control to GitHub desktop? Because I do it for Perforce at college. Oh, it's plastics SCM. Git. I don't think there's GitHub. We haven't made any changes yet. Let's change that. Get what I did there. I'm a genius. There's 3, 4, and 5. Are there other enemy spawners? No, there is not. That's strange. Nav mesh. We press P. We should be able to see the nav mesh. I think it's, yeah, it's green. They can't come up here. I don't think I can jump anywhere, so it's fine. Combat dummy. What is this blue box? Construct physics constraint, base plates, and dummy. So the base plate is a static mesh which exists. The physics constraint is a physics constraint, which I guess is this blue thing here. And then dummy is component. What? Target physics constraint component 1.2 dummy. Set constrained components. Reading C++. Okay, we got base plate, we got dummy. Those are the two components. Physics constraint. Ah. Okay, so they're both this. So you can say what in one component you can set two different variables. Here we go. You can lock in the motion for that part. This limited for linear and angular. Goes to 45 degrees. Slurp is something. Drive mode. This will not work if any angular constraints are set to locked. Well, it isn't. Twist and swing. Doesn't follow shortest arc and may experience gimbal lock. Does work with locked angular constraints. Let's try that. Compile, save. What happens when we punch it out? Oh, that's sick. Rough. I don't know. At least it works, but I don't like it as much. Does it work with limited though? Twist and swing? Path is decomposed into twist roll constraint and swing cone constraint. So it's like spinning around, or we can't tell because it's just symmetrical. Slurp does lurk between current orientation velocity and target orientation velocity. That's just like, boom. Right, like a has a curve to it. Boom. Like you can walk into it. That's the thing. It seems to be more than just green though, so it does sort of like rotate, but it's only like that because it didn't build the lighting right or something. I don't know what's up with that there. See it moving? It's really cool how like I realize now that 3D graphics works the exact same way today. Not the exact same, but it's just more like of a complicated version to like Doom's graphics, which is 2D projection. Like all this is like technically maybe 2D. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I can imagine the logic there being built from Doom's 2D to 3D. The door frame has an event box, I assume. Let's see. I've been trying to figure out this door for 3 separate attempts. Maybe now I can understand it. So it's just a box. Well, how do you get the mesh? That's weird. The box variable. Okay, and then box extend. Shape. Always spawn, ignore collisions. Simulation, I don't know what it does. Construction. It constructs with a mesh, so it's actually not there. Maybe. What's that thing? That is the door. Oh. Cool. So sequence first this branch, draw frame, boolean, set to true. If true, which can only be, then place corner meshes. Logic assumes mesh is a fixed size. Use the same size with your own meshes or update the scale accordingly. Okay. Set mesh. Door frame override material. Set mesh. Both are door frames relative target. Get door size vector exposed to viewport and set corner meshes to each of its positions and the inverse position. So the door size, this is how I would change it. Yeah. Update scale accordingly from here, I guess. Yeah. Make vector transform. Place edge meshes. Find midpoint between corners and place edge mesh. Stretch to fit. Four meters by 1 meter by 4 meters. A square. A slim box. Between door size and 4th inch. I will leave soon, but this is a start. I have to leave soon because I made a promise to play with a friend. Okay, single mesh to use as a door. Let me find my phone. Okay. I think I get it. Alright, so I could just box detections here. So draw box mesh after. Okay, this detection is made up from blueprint as well after the mesh is made. So add door, once it's add door and that's set to true. Does it ever set it to false? What's the point of that? I think so. Okay. It just could happen, so good practice. I don't know. False, then set collision enabled, no collision, the box. So it can become an invisible wall? No. becomes a walk-throughable wall. Okay, but if true, set box extend, update overlaps, boolean, true. Target the box. The box is literally this thing here. Box collision. Yeah. Great construction. Set relative location on the z-axis. So it would go from 1 meter, 100 centimeters to same x and y, but it doubles the z. That's only 2 meters. Right, divides it by 2. 2 divided by, so 1 divided by 2, that's a half. One half of relative location. 1/2 times by 2, then it's 200 on both sides here. Okay. What? No, that's not right, is it? Door detection just. That becomes 400, 100. I don't know why is depth. Why is y depth? Should we create 2 doors that part or a single door that drops? Split door. If true, create 2 meshes. How do you know if it's a single or split? Create a single mesh to use as a door. There should be an if type of thing. How do you set it to split door? Well, wait, can I do this? There should be a variable to split. Ah, look at this. Now it's true. And then save, load. What? Oh. Nice. I like that. Get out the way. Piece of shit blocks. You there. What'd you say? Huh? Oh, what? You can do combos? That's pretty cool. Damn, I like that. I didn't realize you could do combo attacks. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's cool. If there's combos, man. Okay, let's figure out how to do the combos. Damageable block. That means just it's got collision, doesn't it? Combat damageable block. If block is still alive, okay. If it's greater than 0, that means that then you first update its health and destroy it when it runs out. How much health does it have? Current HP. 3. So we can only take 3 hits and it'll die. If it's less than 0, then destroy. How does it destroy? Do this once. Okay. First, you set the collision to visibility, so you can still see it. You can only collide with what can be seen, so it changes what is seen. I remember it shrinking. Swap the box's material for a destroyed variant. A destroyed box material instance. Does the material... Does it have like an animation for shrinking? Doesn't seem to have anything else. Where's the master material? Does it all have master materials? Can you just make a material instance on its own? Flat color. So this is the master material. Okay, where is this located? Level prototyping. Third person. What's colorway? Colorway. Okay, let's go to blueprints of characters, mannequins. Nope. Combat character blueprint. The event graph is freaking massive. Okay. Okay, so you want to input character controls. You can look around on the X and Y. You can't zoom in or out. Thumbstick, so you can do it with the controller, which we don't need. Well, actually, we can't call it have. Mouse look. Event secondary thumbstick. From blueprint instance interface. Blueprint instance. Like, there's nothing here. Like, how does this work? Touch these. Touch controls. So, like, primary, secondary, touch screen. I assume that's what it means. Touch screen. Still part of touch for some reason. Axis is vector. But then there's no parameters for touch. Charged. You can do a charge attack. Oops, let's try this. Oh, right click. Oops. I can't move when it's happening. It's flanking. Game mode, combat game mode. Let's see it here. Combat game mode. Third person game mode for project settings, but world override. Okay. That's interesting. Let's make now our own world. So we go to content, we're going to make, actually not, what's, okay, I guess it's too high up. I will make it here then. Now level, test map, test functionality. Let's do map test functionality. Just open it, see that there's nothing at all, and we can, I swear there's like an option to just build lighting like that, but you know what, let's go to window, levels, we just have persistent. Is there a lighting level? Let's go to, just type in map build data, lighting build info. Can you just get it from this one? Okay, let's try levels. Didn't work, okay. Maybe we can get the lighting from any level. Let's see. But if we go to, well, there's an open world level, you know. That's really what I want to have instead. Okay, let's make an open world map. Where is this located? Engine maps, templates, open world. Oh, okay. All right, let's go to here. Go to third person. Go back. Go to here. Deletes. Now, can you make a file new level, right? Then it gives you the option for other types. We want open world, I think. Yes. Save. Oh, wait, test function. That's for main game, but we're going to do test functionality in a gray box zone instead. I will have to leave in probably less than 6 minutes. I can probably leave right now. I'm just going to make one more map. Oh, wait, I made it the same mistake again. It's empty, isn't it? Okay, control in. Did not. Yeah, basic. I want to make a basic level. Perfect. This is where we're going to test functionality. Save. Good. It's good. We can put in a player start is third person, but you know what we want instead? We're going to do override with the combat one, and then we save, and then booyah! Yeah! I'm a genius. That's right, you're speaking to the next Hideo Kojima right here. The next Yoko Taro, the next Gabe Newell, the next Miyazaki. It's like 3/4 Japanese, 1/4 European, but I'm actually Persian, so whatever. And that's that. Goodbye, that's all, folks. We're making progress. We are making progress. There we go. Arms up. Yeah. It has been fun. Unfortunate, this is just here for no reason, because I forgot to even bother to fix the chat system. Anyways, bye-bye. Bye-bye.